and welcome to the Pole Shift News. Guys, big thank you to all those people that have supported us over the last week or so on Patreon and on PayPal. Kudos to you guys. You know, it might seem not a lot's happening, but trust me, in the background we're ordering parts. We've built the first magnetometer and we're going to be programming that as soon as the batteries come for that. I know it seems like nothing's happening, but trust me guys, it is on the verge of all taking part. You know, we're at the beginning of the month, we're on the 4th of February. By the end of this month, hopefully, we will have magnetometers in the places where we want them, tracking the overall intensity of the two poles over the northern hemisphere and likewise over the southern hemisphere. We are, you know, moving forward. We're over at Pole Shift News. We're on the solar data page and we're looking at the sunspots. As you can see, the disk is blank of sunspots. What this means is that the heliosphere is shrinking. As a result of that, we get more cosmic radiation inbound on our solar system. If we've got an Earth that's going through a magnetic reversal, the magnetosphere is weakening. As a result, we have a compiling problem, which is mainly down to cosmic radiation inbound on our atmosphere, which adds to the jet streams more water vapor, which means that we get cooler temperatures, and as a result we're seeing temperatures like we are covered in the mainstream media over in the United States and here over in Europe as well. Guys, this is a direct result of two problems compounding: solar weakness and magnetosphere weakness. Quick look at the space weather. As you can see, X-rays are low, protons are low, the K index is low, and you shouldn't expect anything less than that, guys, because at the end of the day, when we consider where we are in the solar cycle here, 2018, you can see that we have come to the end of solar cycle 24. It is shorter than it should be, and you know, we should ask the question, why is that? You know, solar cycles usually last on or around about 11 years. This one's been a very short cycle, and the experts on this that have, you know, studied the sunspots have said because of the increase in heat, you know, it's reduced the magnetic intensity on sunspots, and therefore that's why they're fading out. You know, at the end of the day, we're at the end of a solar cycle and we should expect less sunspots at this period of time, but these guys have came out well in advance since I believe around 2010 and stated that it will be unlikely if solar cycle 25 even gets started. What that means is more cosmic radiation inbound and the grand solar minimum starting. Guys, if we look at the 400 years of sunspot observations, we can see when the sunspots drop out, the temperature drops out, as was the case in the Maunder minimum and the Dalton minimum. By the way, we're at less sunspots than the Dalton minimum now, and there's worse to come, guys, because if we look at the last 11,000 years of sunspot activity, we can see that it has been dropping off. The key point here is that around 1,000 years before this period, we was in a glacial period, and that means we could be heading back towards a glacial period. If you ask me to put my money on something, I'm going to put it on the glacial period, not on an ice age, because statistically and as a matter of fact, we are still officially in the last ice age. We're heading into, I believe, the new ice age, sorry, the new glacial period. And the difference between ice ages and glacial periods is glacial periods last for a whole lot longer time, thousands of years. You add in not just the solar activity dropping off over the last 10,000 years, you add in the magnetic reversal on the planet and you compile the problem. We are heading into some severities, guys, and all I want you to do out there is just take that on board, that this is really taking place. You live in a time where the poles on this planet are reversing, not just a time where there's a grand solar minimum about to take place, which could both indicate you know, implications which put us back into glacial periods. And guys, look at this. You guys are the guardians of the galaxy. You really are. It's like we're back in the 90s when the Soviet Union collapsed and all those government organisations are up for grabs again. What's happened is they have not anticipated the technology and the advancement of the internet. You know, NASA no longer have a real space program. They don't. And it's true, you know, their organisation is up for grabs right now, and little observatories like this, that's getting supported by public funding, not government funding, have an opportunity to, you know, take them off the block. We really do, guys. You know, I mean, you might think you're a bit enthusiastic, you know, Eugene, you know, but it's true. We're in new territory with regards to how the internet is relaying things. You know what, I'll just put this in perspective for you. You know, before in the UK we used to have 4 channels, then we had 5, and we had no choice but to watch the programmes that the government, the BBC, the British Broadcasting, you know, Society showed us. The thing is that today we have endless amount of entertainment. We only have to go onto places like YouTube and we can watch exactly what we want to watch. We don't no longer have to watch what the government, you know, tells the broadcasting communities what to put out that they feel beneficial for our viewing. We can view and we can support whatever organisation we want. And right now there's 111, maybe there will be 11,000 one day on Patreon, and I'll be happy about that. But right now we've got 111 guardians of the galaxy supporting, you know, the maverickstar observatory and what we're doing. And you know what, it isn't a little thing, guys. You know, in a couple of days we're going to be taking the TriMag data and the magnetosphere readings and compiling that and putting it up on our website. And at the end of this month we will have, hopefully, if all the components are in and they've been distributed out to those people, we will have data being collected from over 8 points on this globe. And we'll know, the same as what NASA knows, we'll know how they're progressing, these high intensity regions of magnetic, you know, flux over Canada and Siberia, Australia and the Falklands, Argentina. We'll have the data and we'll be able to show it to you guys. And you know, it'll be a result of the support that we've got. And you know, there's only 111 people, the 20,000 subscribers that we've got, or thereabouts, that have chipped in, you know, £730 here, £500 now on PayPal. You know, this small amount of money, you couldn't have stretched it out any more than what we have. And you know, it is only a short space of time before we start compiling the data, processing it, putting it up onto the website, and getting a feedback after a few months as exactly how things are progressing and how fast. And that, guys, gives us all a big heads up. So you know, I want to encourage more people to help here. You know, 111 out of 20,000 is not a lot of people. You know, I think we all should do our little bit, and someone mentioned that the other day in the comments. You know, the time is now, you know, and we all need to do a little bit. And trust me, guys, if you could see me right now, I've had a day's work, I've come home and I'm back into this. I'm eagerly waiting for the batteries to come so we can get that first magnetometer programmed, tested, and then it's just a case of copying another 9 of those, and we've got 8 that's going to go straight out, you know, hopefully around the end of this month. So guys, I'll say it once, links down there. You know, you can support us on PayPal, you can support us on Patreon. Come on, now's the time, guys. Become a guardian of the galaxy and, you know, become a watchman on this planet. The link's there. As always, bye for now.